I've always had a connection to art. We got guitar lessons and did after school drama and plays and did all of that through primary school and high school. And then I went to NIDA. That was a kind of a really straightforward ambition for me all the way through high school to get into acting school. When I, didn't get an agent coming out of NIDA because they were all like, you don't represent enough of Australia and nobody's writing roles for you. This is 2001. So I was like, right, I better write my own.
Agility compounded by that toxic masculinity, drowning in a sea of man tears, sexism built on your ego and fears.
I really make work that is about smashing stereotypes and decolonising and presenting outliers in a central space. And I'm constantly kind of unpacking the ideas of all of it being a construction. So we perform gender and race is constructed and all those things. So I try to always set really artistic lift-offs for myself to kind of be inspired, not just kind of focused on that kind of negative. And I think that's the way I've been able to sustain a career in Australia. I run Black Honey Company with my sister Kim Busty Beatz Bowers, and our marquee work or central work is Hot Brown Honey. I'm not really interested in always like seeking out a joke that to say like maybe a white male comedian would say to a crowd to get him to laugh, but I just happen to be a black woman. I'm like, I don't just happen to be a black woman, I am a black woman, Unfortunately, these constructions of race and gender are really key parts of our lives. The assumption is you make work to educate those that don't understand. You make work to try and change the situation or whatever. But I realised, no, it's actually making work to bolster and validate those that have had the same experience. I am kind of doing more film and television, and also a couple of book projects, including one that I'm really passionate about, an anthology of Australian monologues for actors of colour. The 50 monologue books that you can get with all white, roles in it. There wasn't one for actors of colour, and there's been some great plays in the last 6 years. I'm hoping to create a bit of a movement with it where we get to understand this hopeful, exciting moment where we're going to see more diversity on our stages and more inclusive practices across theatre. So I hope to kind of be a part of that shift.
Yeah. There's a lot of women right now that need to hear that and feel that. So please don't sit on your hands. Get out there and support them.